Hello and welcome to What Went Wrong, the show where I take a look at what aspects of a game's design just did not play out well. And yes, this is yet another Pokemon video to time with the anniversary. Though, given I'm criticising rather than praising this time, not really sure it ties in with the whole celebration thing. But anyway, without further ado, let's rock.
What went wrong? Pokemon. Too much water.
Our main focus for today is going to be the third generation of Pokemon, i.e. Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald. And as you may recognise, this subtitle, Too Much Water, is actually a reference to a widely criticised point in IGN's review of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And while IGN have definitely said stupid things in their reviews over the years, I don't think this is one of them. And so today, we're explaining how too much water made this game's quality sink. There will be more water puns to come, so if puns aren't your thing, just try and drown them out. So, as I hope should be fairly obvious at this point, a large amount of the map is water. So obviously, you're going to spend a lot of time traversing through that water. Big thing this means is that you're going to spend a lot of time fighting water Pokemon. Now, if you want to catch a new water type, it means you'll be swimming in them. If you want another type, well, variety of encounters is not a point in your favour. What else makes this worse is that most of the trainers you encounter in the water will be people like swimmers, who will use water types as well. Therefore, most of what you are fighting are water types. This means that types like fire and rock will be less useful and not used in these water parts, while grass and electric will be used more, pooling all the experience, making them even stronger than the other types you have on your team, obviously causing some balance issues. This variety problem can be even worse if you have the Sapphire version, as on this version, the bad guy team will be Aqua, who, given they are called Aqua, you will be unsurprised to hear use water types, meaning you are flooded with water types to fight. You know what else can be annoying in Pokemon? The HM moves. These are moves that have to be permanently taught to a Pokemon in order to process through the game, and these games have 3 water HMs. What this does is severely cripple what you can do with the water type on your team, as 3 of the 4 moves are already set in stone. So, this puts a dampener on your creative juices flowing for coming up with a moveset. What's worse with these HMs is that if you played the original versions of these games, rather than the remakes, whether an attack was physical or special is decided by type. So Waterfall is objectively worse than Surf, making one of the HMs completely redundant. So, if you were given the choice, would you ever use Waterfall? H2 no! As a bonus point that goes against the current of the video by looking at games after the 3rd gen, there is something really crappy and manipulative that the series has done. And it all started with the games that follow up Emerald. Now Emerald introduced the Battle Frontier, owing to special battle facilities to get through in the post game. And this was a really cool addition as it gave more to do once you'd finished. So how did Diamond and Pearl, the next games in the series, follow this up? Well, they had just a battle tower, one of the 7 facilities from Emerald. Though, an expanded version of the Battle Frontier did return in Platinum, the 3rd version of the 4th generation of games. And since then, the series has continued its devolution for the original versions of each new generation. What's more with this is that there are move tutors within these facilities that expand the number of moves a Pokemon can learn, which is obviously very crucial for competitive players. This means that unless you pick up the 3rd version of a generation, you won't be able to tap into a Pokemon's full potential, leaving you distinctly at a disadvantage. And another thing that annoys me with Pokemon is the whole one save slot thing. Now I know in the originals, the size limitations of the Game Boy cartridge meant that only having one save file was a necessary evil. As if it didn't, they would have had to reduce the amount of content in the game. And I have absolutely no problem with this decision. But why do we still only get one save slot on the most recent games? I'm sorry to rain on your parade, Game Freak, but that excuse? It doesn't hold up. I've recently been playing Etrian Odyssey Untold 2 on my 3DS, and that 2 only has one save file on the cartridge. But the keywords there are on the cartridge, as it has an additional 2 save slots for the SD card. So Game Freak, let that soak in and adapt into the Sun and Moon games. And now we move on to the redeeming factor, where we look at the good that counter the negativity up till now. And well, to keep it short, I've already done 2 What Went Right videos praising the Pokemon series, just ready watch those. And given all the positive points of the series in general, it means that even with the problems, there's no way the 3rd generation of Pokemon could be considered a washout. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, and if you are wondering how I have the nerve to criticise a big series like Pokemon, then allow me to reassure you, I am fully qualified to do so. As you can see, I am awash with badges. Yeah, I did just want to show off my badges with his joke, so just drink him up.